Welcome, everyone, to our virtual Vespers service. It is good to be with all of you to share this time together. We gather every Thursday at 5:30 p.m. on Zoom with rotating leadership, and attendees will remain muted throughout the service tonight. We'll be recording the sessions, so if you want to be off camera, please click on your stop video. And if you encounter any technical issues or you can't hear or see something you think you're supposed to, please send us a message in the chat box. And let's offer each other grace and understanding through any Zoom problems that may arise. We invite you to use that kind of time as part of the spiritual practice all the same. Here, during this time we share, we invite you to be present, to set aside the shoulds and the to-dos, whatever may keep you from this opportunity just to be. Please make yourself, your body and spirit comfortable, however that is for you. For me tonight, that's in part wearing a double mask and having two windows nearby open because we have contractors in the house. So I hope that you'll still be able to hear me, even though you won't be able to do any lip reading. Of the 5 traditional monastic prayers, Vespers is the evening prayer shared at sunset. It is a time for us to change the pace of the day as we settle into the evening and relax. A time for reflecting with gratitude on the day and unwinding into a more contemplative mindset. Let us begin with our centering song.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. And instantly I walk along narrow streets of cobblestone, neath the halo of a street lamp. I turn my collar to the cold and damp, when my eyes were stared by the flash of a neon light that split the night and touched the sound of silence. And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more, people talking without speaking, people hearing without listening, people writing songs that voices never share, and no one dared disturb the sound of silence. Fool, said I, you do not know, silence like a cancer grows. Hear my words that I might teach you, take my arms that I might reach you, but my words like silent raindrops fell, rolled in the wells of silence, and the people bowed and prayed to the neon god they made, and the sign flashed its warning in the words that it was forming, and the sign said the words of the prophets are written on the subway walls and tenement halls, and whispered in the sounds of silence.
We light our chalice, symbol of our faith, with words from retired Euro-American UU minister, Reverend J. Abernathy. Let us seek the quiet and the calm. Let us lay aside our loud calling. Let us lay aside our struggle Speak softly. Let us listen to the melodies that recall other proportions. Our moments tarry not with us. Let us then seek the dimension that endures, beyond all nowness and here-ness, beyond all requirement and all particularity. Let us speak softly that we may hear. Let us enter into the quiet. And now we light candles to represent the joys and sorrows present in the silence among us today. Together, let's take a deep breath in and let it out. And as you continue to breathe deeply, please bring into your hearts any sorrows and joys that you are carrying with you this week as we hold this space for our community and for the world. A candle for joys. May we cherish them each time they arrive. A candle for sorrows. May we feel the love of our faith community through any trial we face. And a candle for the world. May we remember with sympathy those struggling and keep up our courage and resolve to act in solidarity for justice, equity, and peace. Let us take a quiet moment with the ringing of the singing bowl to reflect on the joys and sorrows in our lives and in the world. Our reading tonight comes from Vietnamese Buddhist monk Thich Nhat Hanh, an excerpt from his book, Silence. This passage is at the end of a story about a week-long retreat he led. I had a small bell with me, and when everyone was seated, I invited the bell to sound. Since we just spent a week together, practicing listening to the bell and breathing in and out mindfully, we all listened very well. Right after the first sound of the bell of mindfulness, the silence felt quite different than it had at the start of the week. It was real silence because everyone had stopped thinking. We focused our attention on the in-breath as we breathed in and on the out-breath as we breathed out. We breathed together, and our collective silence generated a strong force of energy. Silence like this can be called thundering silence because it's eloquent and powerful. In this silence, I could hear the wind and the birds so much more vividly. Before that, I'd heard the birds and the wind, but not in the same way because I didn't have the deepest kind of silence. Practicing silence to empty all kinds of noise within you is not a difficult practice. With some training, you can do it. In noble silence, you can go, you can sit, you can enjoy your meal. When you have that kind of silence, you have enough freedom to enjoy being alive and to appreciate all the wonders of life. With that kind of silence, you are more capable of healing yourself mentally and physically. You have the capacity to be there, alive, because you are really free, free from your regrets and suffering concerning the past, free from your fear and uncertainty about the future, free from all kinds of mental chatter. Being silent in this way when you are alone is good, and being silent in this way together is particularly dynamic and healing. Here ends our reading. Our contemplative practice this evening will be to join in silence together. So I encourage you, if possible, to make the room you're in as quiet as you can and to be comfortable wherever you're sitting or lying or standing. Release any tense parts of yourself. If you're making your room more comfortable and quiet, join back in with us in a moment as we practice deep and mindful breathing together. Breathing in slowly and consciously, and breathing out slowly and consciously. Please keep breathing in and out. And as you breathe in and out, I will share just a few words, and then we will stay in silence together for just 2 minutes, breathing deeply and mindfully. And then our wonderful tech host tonight, Rebecca, will play a singing bowl as we keep breathing and then finish our silent meditation together. Let us begin breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, we remember the reality of our inherent worth. Breathing out, we release tension and belittlement. Breathing in, we remember we are a beloved community of caring seekers. And breathing out, we release our loneliness. Breathing in, we remember the interconnected web of all existence. Breathing out, we release any fears of scarcity or of the other. Breathing in, we stay aware of our breath. And breathing out, we sink into the peace and community of shared silence. We breathe in, we breathe out, in and out, in and out, into the silence.
ask you out. My sweater's on backwards and inside out, and you say, hey, how appropriate. I don't want to dissect everything today. I don't mean to pick you apart, you see, but I can't help it. And there I go, jumping before I got your hands gone off. Slap me with a splintered ruler, and it would knock me to the floor. I wasn't there already. If only I could hunt the hunter. Yeah, and all I really want is some patience, a way to calm the angry voice. And all I really want is deliverance. Do I wear you out? You must wonder why I'm relentless and all strung out. I'm consumed by the chill of solitary. I like a Stella. I like to reel it in and then spit it out. I'm frustrated by your apathy, and I am frightened by the corrupted ways of this land. If only I could meet the maker. And I am fascinated by the spiritual man. I am humbled by his humble nature. Yeah, and what I wouldn't give to find a soulmate, someone else to catch this drift. Oh, what I wouldn't give to meet a kindred. Enough about me, let's talk about you for a minute. Enough about you, let's talk about life for a while. The conflicts, the craziness, and the sound of pretense is falling all around. All around. Why am I so petrified of silence? Here, can you handle this? Did you think about your bills, your ex, your deadlines, or when you think you're gonna die? Or did you long for the next distraction? And all I need now is intellectual intercourse, a soul to dig the hole much deeper. And I have no concept of time or anything it is I am. If only I couldn't kill the killer. Yeah, and all I really want is some peace, man. A place to find a common ground. And all I really want is the wavelength. And all I really want is some comfort, a way to get my hands untied. And all I really want is some justice. And all I really want
Thank you all for gathering and participating in Vespers tonight. Let us consider that these times are demanding that we slow down, rest, and take care of ourselves, that we be mindful of our interconnectedness in such an isolating time. As we all go through our routines in the next few weeks, we invite you to take Thursday nights to quiet your mind and spirit. If you can, let this meeting be the last screen time of the day. Turn off the news or the news notifications. Maybe turn on some music instead. Eat dinner in the quiet or have quiet conversation on some topic other than current events. Maybe go outside into the early darkness. Lay down everything you carry with you during the day and give yourself the space to move gradually into the comfort of sleep. As we move to end our gathering, I invite you to take your hands off the keyboard, maybe put your hands on your heart, and remember your fellow first parishioners all across town tonight. Our closing words come from retired Euro-American UU minister, Reverend Catie Schmitz. We strike back against the silence, sing our songs, beat our drums, shout and stomp our feet, and yet we needn't fear the silence. It bestows its own unspoken blessings. It is only in the silences that we are able to hear once again that still small voice residing deep within. It is only in the profound quiet that the deepest of yearnings of our heart and the wisdom of our soul can make themselves fully known. Silence speaks a message all its own. We needn't fear the silence. The lessons learned in the dusk and the hush are not meant to remain in hiding. We do not stay at rest forever. From the dark and shadow, from the silence and solitude, we carry our insight into the light, nurtured and more fully aware of the innermost working of our being. And we carry this knowledge with us back into the growing radiance. With that, we will play our postlude. Feel free to stay or to go. You can listen if you wish, and we will end the meeting as soon as the postlude finishes. Feel free to type your goodbyes and good nights if you like into the chat, and please have a peaceful, peaceful night.